Hey guys, James here. Hope you're all well. First and foremost, thank you so much to everybody out there in the social space who sent me messages regarding my last video. I think I touched a very touchy subject there about $1 million riders and the sacrifices one have to make if you are wanting to be a $1 million rider. But tonight I'm here to talk to you about that. What I want to talk to you about is what I'm seeing out there in the market space right now with businesses starting to offload people. And the question has to be asked, why? Now, I think the most obvious reason why is because cash flow isn't allowed to pay for people's wages, but I think it goes deeper than that. The market right now is a changing landscape. We all know that in our industry. But clearly, guys, at the moment, a lot of teams are being tested internally from a culture perspective. Now, I'm going to harp on this again today, if I may, because I know I've been going on about it for years, but now more than ever. You see, when you start to spend time with people who have just left businesses, salespeople I'm talking about, and you ask them the question, well, what was it like there 3 or 4 years ago? And they'd say, oh, it was fantastic, and people were making money, it was great. And what about now? What's changed? And all of a sudden, they start to give you a different outlook. They start to give you a different story. And again, this is what it comes back down to, guys. I talk about an onboarding program, which I got it from a mate of mine, Josh Fegan. He talks about onboarding and offboarding and all that sort of stuff. So Josh, I'm going to steal this if I can from you, because I think it's important that we talk about how we bring people into our businesses and how we let them go if things have to go that way, for various reasons, mind you, not just because of downturning markets, but how you bring people on board your business, how you monitor them internally over a period of time, and then of course if things don't work out, how you part ways is a very important part of your recruitment program. You see, it's a bit like a passenger getting on board a plane. When you choose your airline tickets to fly a certain airline, the question has to be asked, why does one choose a particular airline when they're traveling overseas? Is it budget? Is it because they're the cheapest? I'm sure for some people it is. But for most, it's service. It's a customer experience. You see, guys, when you buy your ticket for a particular airline and you've flown that airline before, you've got an expectation about what you're expecting when you board that plane. And of course, how the customer feels on board that flight overnight, let's call it a 24-hour flight, is very important, yeah? How your crew treat those passengers. But more importantly, how the plane lands and how the customer gets off that plane at the end will give that client the complete customer service experience. That's a bit like our business. How you hire people, how you monitor the performance, and how you part ways if you have to part ways falls part of that person's experience with your company. Be very careful, guys, when hiring people, training them, and if you have to part ways, what your parting way process is. Just because somebody leaves, guys, because you didn't get along, or if they leave because they didn't cut it, if you like, be careful how you let people go, guys, because how they leave your business can also have a catastrophic effect on your team and your business and your brand if you're not careful. People are not chess pieces, guys. People have got feelings. People have to need to feel respected. And of course, they also need to understand your process when hiring. That is our responsibility as business managers and business owners to help them understand how we're hiring, what we expect from them, and if things don't work out, how we're going to part ways. And of course, when they leave your business, they can't turn around and say, you never told me this and you never told me that. Don't just change the rules of the game, guys, as it pleases you. Remember, people talk. People have got contacts, and of course, people have got networks. Be very careful when hiring, guys. When you hire them, take time to interview them correctly. Make sure you ask them the right questions, not just because they're nice people. Make sure you ask the right questions when bringing them on board. Make sure they understand what's expected of them when they join your business. And for God's sake, guys, make sure they understand the offboarding program if things don't work out. If you want to know more information about this, give me a call, 0418 518 694. Have an awesome week. Bye.